It does not in any shape or form mean that I am accepting what they are doing. I'm just ignoring because I know that they are just a mirror. It does not mean that the relationship is going to be based in constant hot and cold behavior. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Irresistible and I'm a manifestation and soul realignment coach. My channel is geared towards helping you become your highest potential so that you can create and live the extraordinary life that is your birthright. In today's video, I'll be talking about how ignoring does not mean accepting. But before we get started, just a quick reminder that I offer both email and video coaching. So if you need help in manifesting any of your desires or in releasing any of your blocks, you definitely want to check out all my coaching options. They are in the description below. And I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon if you'd like to receive a notification anytime I upload a new video. So today's video is inspired by some coaching I'm doing with a lovely young lady who is working on manifesting a committed relationship from her specific person. And she actually had initially broken up with her specific person and she manifested him back, and now she's working towards getting the commitment she desires. And I was helping her navigate through some of the hot and cold behavior, because as she's working towards getting that commitment that she desires, she has experienced some hot and cold behavior. So let's look first at what it is that's happening when you are with someone and then you're no longer with them. Specifically in this scenario, she manifested the breakup because she was in Y and having her desire, and then at some point in time she started to feel like she's not loved, chosen, and pursued. Regardless of how that happened, that's what happened. She manifested that, and she manifested the breakup. And then at some point, she went back and she worked on that. And when we say work, she chose. That's really what she's doing. She was repeating affirmations, but mostly she was choosing who she was. And bam, she manifested him back. He came back into her life. And then she started to manifest back some of the hot and cold behavior, because what we're really doing is stabilizing, because she does have her past experiences and her fears pop up. And that's what we're doing, is we're giving importance to some of the things from our past pains, or maybe things other people have experienced. Doesn't matter where these pop up. And so what we're doing is then choosing X again. X is, I don't have my desire, I'm not loved, chosen, and pursued, I'm not financially successful, whatever. It's the X. It's the identity of the person who does not have. And that's popping up again for her. So it's about her recognizing that when these fears are popping up, she is in X. She is saying, I'm not loved, chosen, and pursued. She is choosing, I am not loved, chosen, pursued, and committed to, because obviously she also wants the commitment. And when these fears pop up and she chooses that, then she starts to see some of that pop up in hot and cold behavior. And so I was helping her navigate through that. And of course, when she's experiencing the cold behavior, because she's getting hot and cold, when she's experiencing the cold behavior, she was ignoring. And so then at some point, I felt I needed to explain to her that when we are ignoring the cold behavior, it does not mean we accept it. It does not mean that we're going to continue to experience that behavior from them. We are temporarily ignoring because we're holding Y, and so the 3D has to catch up. Okay? Momentarily, it doesn't have to take long, but it's about ignoring the 3D with this awareness that the 3D is temporarily reflecting what we have been choosing a lot of the time, because it's moment by moment, you're shifting back and forth. So as you stabilize and stay in Y, because you keep choosing it regardless, you keep choosing it regardless, you keep choosing it regardless, and sometimes you go back and forth. That's why you experience some of the hot and cold. As you stabilize into Y, I need to ignore the 3D. Temporarily ignore the 3D because I am the source, not the other way around. X is the source for the SP's cold behavior, hot and cold behavior. The cold behavior is because she was choosing X. And so we are ignoring for that reason. It does not mean accepting. It does not mean that the relationship is going to be based in constant hot and cold behavior. I wanted to make it clear, we don't accept that cold behavior. We don't accept some of the behaviors he was reflecting to her, but in the end, he was reflecting what she was choosing. So she was wavering, but she is the source. So let's recap what we mean by ignoring the 3D. Ignoring the 3D means I am aware that I am the source and the person is only the mirror reflection of what I have been choosing. That hot and cold behavior is not acceptable in and of itself, but for that to change, I must change first. It's also about not walking on eggshells for the other person, not accepting their behavior. That's not what we're doing. We are changing ourselves so that the person changes. It does not in any shape or form mean that I am accepting what they are doing. I'm just ignoring because I know that they are just a mirror reflection of me, and I am working on changing it so that I am constantly in Y, and then their behaviors are going to be constantly reflective of that loving, beautiful relationship that you're choosing. Does not mean that you are allowing them to take advantage of you or any of that. That's not what we're doing. We are holding Y, choosing Y, and stabilizing in Y so that the relationship will become stable as well. And they will mirror it all back to you 1,000% in a loving, beautiful way with zero hot and cold behavior. That hot and cold is a temporary stabilization of the identity that you are choosing. Why? We're choosing why. And most importantly, as part of ignoring the 3D, is to not use the 3D as the source. So I'm not going to look at 3D and decide that I am not lovable. I choose to be lovable, and the 3D has to match it. The 3D is not the source. Also, why we are ignoring the 3D. I'm not allowing the 3D to tell me who I am. I choose who I am, and the 3D then has to match. And so that's why you are ignoring. That's a reason why we're ignoring, is so that we don't decide the 3D tells me who I am. It's the other way around. And as I shift from X to Y, I need to allow that 3D to mirror it back and the SP to mirror it fully and consistently back. The hot and cold is a reflection of you wavering, you going back and forth. They are not going back and forth. You are going back and forth. And this lady was telling me some of the things where in the same sentence, he was reflecting hot and cold behavior. Someone would see it as psychopath. He's a psychopath. He's not. He's just reflecting what she is choosing. And this concept of stabilizing into Y, some people prefer to withdraw from the relationship and fully stabilize into Y and then bring it back. Other people are okay going at it as it's happening, because a lot of the time your ability to navigate through all that and then stabilize into why is what's needed for you, because you don't realize that you are a lot of the time identified with X. You need that relationship mirror for you to realize that you're choosing X. So there's no wrong way about this. Navigating through it as it's happening is 1000% possible, and I was helping her do that. So if you need help with that, I can most certainly help you with any of my coaching options. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then please like, comment, and share, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.